On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
What if you have a barber that's not as successful as what you're deemed as successful? Because see, the thing is, you have to deem as being successful. So you said you know a barber, you got a client that he make $1,000 a week or whatever the case may
No,
be.
no, no, I didn't say that. I said, how do you not know he's not making a certain amount of money off of one head? A
Because
lot of
we basing it off of the scenario that I presented.
okay,
Because all these dudes that cut hair, barbers is, I mean, just let's be honest, with the supply and demand, barbers especially in the black community, it's a saturated field. Trust
but
me.
but
Just
as I said, JP Daddy, my ex was making 40K. At the end of the day, I'm speaking on my perspective. I'm not speaking for the name JB Daddy. Okay, I'm
okay.
sorry.
Now can you actually like light an incense so some feminine
Yeah, I can. Hold on one second. Let me
go like that shit so some feminine
I got you.
In different households, it just say they 50-50 or 60-40, whatever the case may be, they come in there. But what I'm asking is, if a woman makes more, let's just say that conversation never came up about it's an issue with her making more. Does she have leverage? Like in her head, does she envision, or do things naturally happen within that household where she might feel like she have leverage?
I'm gonna say no.
You know what? I don't think necessarily, because it depends on the woman. If a woman is like, you know what, I make more money than you, so I'm going to be this way, then for her, yes. Some women are like, you know what, you're my man, you're, the leader or whatever. For them, no. It truly depends on the people. I don't think that this question,
Ain't had nothing to do with that. They brought it up yesterday. I'm just bringing it in. I'm not here to discuss about the question. The question happened yesterday. I just carried it over to the next day. So if we're not focusing on the question, I just want the question answered.
I'm gonna say no because I've been in that. Sorry, go ahead, Rulu.
No. Go ahead, Q. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say no. I've been in that relationship. I dated someone I made more than him. At the end of the day, he's a man. I'm not gonna control him because I made more than him. Like that's at the end of the day, he's the head of the household. Well, we didn't live together. He's the man. He's gonna be the protector, the security, and all of that. Just because I make money, money is not all and everything to me. And I can't hold that over his head. But that's just me though. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be that feminine. He's gonna be masculine. Just because a man makes a certain amount, I'm not gonna deem him as less of a man, in my eyes.
Well, go get a nigga work at Food Line. No, I can't believe this shit.
Either way.
Oh, man, I'm gone, bro. Stop the cap.
JB, no, but I'm gonna say JB. I said JB.
This is bullshit, and y'all know it is bullshit.
JB, I'm speaking on my perspective.
Hold on.
I don't think you know me, but
all right, Kayla, go ahead.
Okay, so I think that most women don't feel that just because they make the same salary, because most people, we love talking and all these fantasies, but most people make relatively around the same amount as their spouse. So if you are making the same amount as your man, I don't think that gives you leverage in terms of the relationship. He should still be the man. You should still only be with a man that you trust to lead you and lead your family. But I do think it means that you have a veto if it comes to certain spending that you don't agree with, or certain spending that you want to do that may be outside of the household financial contribution. You know what I'm saying? Versus a man that's taking care of you and giving you all the money that you have. If he say something like, I want these pair of boots, and he's just like, nah, then you have to deal with that. But if I make my own money and we both contribute around here and I pay my part, you can't tell me what to do with my money. Like, this is my money that I work for. I have to go outside every day and get this shit. So I'm getting these boots and you just gonna deal with it. Like, that's how
so you got leverage. You got leverage.
Thank you, Kayla.
You got leverage.
Thank you, Kayla.
When it comes to things,
you literally just described the situation.
When it comes to monies that are mine, not the monies that I've agreed that I'm going to put in the household. Whatever monies that are left over that come in my bank account.
But I thought y'all was one.
We are one, and so majority of that money
what
will
is
go
this
into
mine's
the house,
yours
but
thing?
there will be money left over.
So what's this mine's
There will be
yours
money
thing?
left
All
over
of a sudden, when y'all won.
I am my own person. Rainy day fund. Everybody. One of those.
Oh,
everyone
you got a
should
rainy
have
day
some
fund
of
now.
their own money somewhere in their own name. Everybody. That's just
thank you.
Interesting.
And I hope JB right now because it's
Like a
different
go-go,
when you're talking to men. And I'm gonna say this: I respect Kayla for not being the comedian and a wingman, and say I didn't dated a dude that
But
was.
I've said that before, though. I've said that plenty of
Q,
times
I ain't
on platforms. But
Q.
that's just Kayla's situation. Everyone's different. But if y'all
Q,
get, if
Yeah,
y'all
we're
get,
all entitled to be how we
but
want to
Kayla,
be.
if y'all
but
get married,
logic, you got to
why
take into
you never
Slow y'all,
consideration.
one at a time,
Look,
so they
We
can
get
hear us,
married,
y'all.
what?
no, if
She
y'all get
been
married and y'all
consistent
have,
the entire time since she's been on the platform, and that she's always said and
I've
felt
said
like
that
so
before.
on an individual basis, on her personal situation, that can be true. In a general sense, that doesn't apply to most women.
And what I'm saying, my whole
In a
point
general
before
sense, yes, it does.
hold up, Kayla, baby. Before Q cut me off,
You literally just
but
said the
I'm just,
opposite of what she said, Kayla. What are you talking about?
can y'all hear me?
In a general sense, what Q described as far as what it is that she does in her relationship is not the general sentiment amongst most women. You said the opposite of what Q
Oh,
said.
okay. I thought you were saying reverse.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is the thing, what I'm saying with Q. The same thing I was saying with JB last night. Okay, I understand that what you might be, but in the reality we live in the black culture, what you saying don't exist.
Okay, but I was talking on my perspective, sir. That's what I said for me. I didn't say for the whole black norm. I'm not speaking for the black norm. I'm only speaking for moi.
We can all
Right?
only
Didn't
speak
I
for
say that?
ourselves.
I want you, Q, to find a barber that only cut 2 heads a week, and I want you to boo him up.
No.
And I want to see how that shit
Barbers
works.
actually I have a client that's a barber and he makes 65, 70K. So what's the problem with
You
barbers?
did-
So I'm
all right,
confused.
let me repeat what I said. I want you to find you a barber that
Okay.
cut 2 heads a week,
Okay.
and I want you to boo him up.
But he can make 1,000 or 2,000 depending on the client. So
No,
what's your
listen.
point?
All right,
What's your
listen.
point? There can be other multiple streams of
Average
income.
barber.
My ex
viewpoint.
was making
What I'm
40K, Logic. Why you can't speak on my perspective because
No,
before
I'm
you got
not
here,
speaking on your
before we
perspective.
became guests on the
One at
show,
a time,
I
y'all.
spoke
One at a
about
time.
this. I'm just saying. I'm not making that
speaking
shit
on your
up.
perspective. What I did is add a scenario,
Okay.
and a scenario said, "What if you have a barber that's not as successful as what you'll deem as successful?" Because see, the thing is, you have to deem as being successful. So you said you know a barber, you got a client that he make $1,000 a week or whatever case may be.
No, I didn't say that. I said, how do you not know he's not making a certain amount of money off of one head?
Because
lot
we basing it off of the scenario that I presented.
Okay.
Because all these dudes that cut hair, barbers is, I mean, just let's be honest, with the supply and demand, barbers especially in the black community, it's a saturated field. Trust me.
But
Just
as I said, JP Daddy, my ex was making 40K. At the end of the day, I'm speaking on my perspective. I'm not speaking for the name JB Daddy. Okay, I'm sorry.
now can you actually like light an incense so some feminine
Yeah, I can. Hold on one second. Let me
go like that shit so some feminine
I got you.